appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. How the hell is everybody here?
We're a little crispy on the edges, especially my friend that caught on fire on Friday, but we're making it.
Like crazy weekends, huh?
We're making it.
Yeah. Yeah, Bird was filming his KVJ horror movie, and with his wild hair that is all so long these days, got a little too close to a candle, and whoosh.
But thank goodness when the man did catch on fire, he had friends around to put him out.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. 5 seconds away from really probably not making it to work. I'm not kidding, man. It was,
Skin Graft City.
dude, it could have been terrible.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was never the same.
I know.
No. Virginia, sounds like you had a pretty crazy weekend. When were you not out? Were you just out the entire weekend?
Bro, I go.
You do. It's unreal. Like, I don't know how she does it. I went out a little bit on Saturday morning and was home. Maybe got home, had another cocktail, maybe two. Probably done with the cocktails by, I'd say, 5 p.m. And all day yesterday, out of an assurance of abundance, was not touching any booze or staying away from it. Like, oh, hope I'm okay for Monday. And Virginia's just raging right through the weekend.
You're a pussy.
I am a pussy.
You're a pussy, because I did my last drink about 6:30 a from that night before.
When? On this
Friday.
Sunday morning?
Yeah,
Saturday.
Friday going into Saturday morning. I was filming up until about 4:30 in the morning. And
Wow.
Then, it was just a very
The
You
writer's
sound
strike.
like it's taking a little bit of a toll on you, though.
It has taken a bit
Okay.
of, this week
All
it took
right.
a bit of a toll.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it, but yeah, I'll be sounding just like you sound. So I could do it, but not rebound like Virginia. She just sounds fine.
Let's go, bitch.
When is the last time a Kevin Ralston really tied one on? We're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, I still do. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I still tie them on, and have some cocktails. I mean, I went, oddly enough, Thursday. I had some. I was probably the wildest I got the entire week. Like Thursday, it was just random. But it was just one of those days it was just nonstop stress. And then I spent 2 hours in the dentist chair, and it was just one thing after another. I'm like, I couldn't drink enough. You ever had that where you're just like, I cannot drink enough booze to try to feel normal again?
Well, you could come over tonight because the Saints are on Monday Night Football, and I will be raging.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's unreal.
Monday Night Football, Saints, 7:30.
Are you having a party?
I'm already cooking.
You're having a thing?
Yeah.
How many people? How many are rolling deep?
5 or 6. Not too deep.
No
That's
randos?
No randos.
That is just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that makes me want to cry. In fact, I think I am crying a little bit.
Monday Night Football.
That's crazy.
Saints.
But you going to be raging, crown her down kind of a thing?
If they're down, I will drink Crown.
Oh, man, tomorrow the
So
crash.
maybe tomorrow it'll all come crashing down. Like right now, she looks like she's pretty put together. It's all good.
Dude, she's had an amazing amount of energy today. I mean, she
Yeah.
is on it. Tomorrow will be
can't
the
believe it.
inevitable crash. If you go hard tonight, you are fucked.
Well,
tomorrow.
it's up to the Saints. If they can get it together and they look good, then I'm not going to have to get in the Crown. Because Crown, when you're down, you only have to drink the Crown if your team is losing. But if your team is losing, you must drink the Crown.
So, for example, if it's 7, they score a touchdown, you take that shot when they're down by 1.
Anything.
Okay.
When they're down by anything, you have to do shots of Crown until they get back up.
Shots or just a shot until.
That's what I'm
Because I mean
confused.
that's what you got to figure out. I mean, okay, am I doing one shot or am I doing just shot after shot after shot?
You have to listen to your gut. I can't tell you what to do for your team, but do you want your team to win or not? The more shots you do, the more chance they have of turning it around.
What are the odds that this does work? Have you actually run the numbers on this to say how frequently this is effective?
It works all of the time, 60% of the time.
Huh?
Yeah. I crunched some numbers, Kevin, please.
What?
But Kevin's got a point. It sounds like when you're down by whatever, you do one shot. But you're making it sound like when you're down, you just are
keep
fucking
on,
pounding
yeah.
whiskey until
Well, you
it's
do
over.
one shot and then you let it breathe and you see how your shot affects the game. And then maybe if you go 5 minutes and the Saints still haven't scored and turned it around, you got to do another shot. And if your opponent scores and then the Saints are down even further, you definitely do a shot then.
Okay.
But listen to your gut.
Well, the Saints have a 62% chance of winning tonight.
Okay.
So,
You want some action on this shit?
Yeah.
You want?
Are they playing the Panthers?
Panthers, yeah.
Yeah,
Got
fuck the Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
I'm still mad because the Panthers, their old quarterback. I'm still mad about a quarterback 3 quarterbacks ago.
Is that Cam Newton?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
jeez.
they still have the Newton stank.
Talk about holding on to a ridiculous grudge.
Oh, fuck Cam Newton.
Game is in Charlotte. Charlotte. So, yeah, so Burb was filming over the weekend. Ran down some other stuff he had going on. Did you do anything on Saturday night, or was it just all through Friday night?
I was editing. I was
Okay.
No, you went to a party Saturday night.
and I went to a party.
Okay.
And then I finally fell asleep. I hadn't slept for 3 days solid, and I crashed, and it was, oh man, my body needed it.
Yeah, it's a good feeling, huh?
Oh.
Sleep, it's amazing how good it is for the body.
Yes.
Yeah. We went and checked out Lauderdale a little bit on Saturday. I got to tell you, I keep forgetting, Elbow Room may be the best dive bar in South Florida. It is a shithole, but it's right there.
It is
right
a
there on the
shithole.
ocean.
Is it a shithole?
It is a shithole.
I love an oceanfront shithole.
It's an oceanfront shithole. That's what makes it so great. And, you know, the bar, there's like, you know, wood around the bar. And it's just got so much time. And it's got the photos that go all the way back to, you know, like what? They filmed a movie there, I think, in the 60s or something like that. And you can see just people have carved into the bar, and that's there. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's pretty awesome. I think they only do cash. You know, it's just got all those kind of things going with it.
There's definitely some skimming going on when the bar only takes cash.
Yeah, you just feel there's something extra shady
Good
about
for
it.
you. You know what? Fight the IRS.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did do that in the bar at Roadhouse. So
Yeah.
it all plays.
Yeah, so that was fun. So we hit that, and there's a couple decent places up there and up and down Fort Lauderdale Boulevard. We jumped into the new Senior Frogs just to be extra touristy, and crap, that place is expensive.
Do they serve food there? Or is that just
They
a bar?
do. Yeah, they got food. My wife got ceviche. I didn't think it was bad. It was decent, but the drinks. My daughter and her friend got a drink. I think they were $20 each.
When you go out drinking with Caitlin and her friends, do you pick up the tab?
Yeah, we usually do. Yeah, that's good. But, you know, usually the best time to do it is hit Caitlin on a Saturday morning because she was still barfing from Friday night, so she didn't want to drink. So
That was like
it's
the
a
one.
lot cheaper to go with her on Saturday morning.
That was like the time I saw her. We were all going to the Crazy Horse before.
Yes, same thing.
And I'm walking in the parking lot and I go, "Hey, what's up, Caitlin?" And she just ralphing in the parking lot. She was really.
I don't know why she. If I were her, I don't think I'd ever drink. Because as much as she goes out, she barfs a lot the next day.
I feel like the witch doesn't barf from drinking.
The witch barely barfs.
You barfed at my house.
I did barf at your house because of the semaglutide. I had just started taking the semaglutide, and they say you're not supposed to drink on it. Well, you know, this bitch, I'm going to power through. But the semaglutide said, oh, yeah? You want to power through? Watch this, bitch. I'm going to have you puking on the side of his house.
You got on your broom and exited pretty early from that thing.
I did because I wasn't ready. The semaglutide changed my whole plan. I mean, now I know how to deal with it. I just back off my dose. I don't do as much as they tell you to do.
Okay, you got it down now?
Yeah, kind of.
Well, you look skinny and your eyes look big.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's a young person thing or what that is, but yeah, she is pretty barfy days after.
Yeah, I was a lot barfier when I was younger. I don't really barf too much from drinking.
Yeah,
Does that
no.
mean I'm just more seasoned?
It's rare. Yeah, I think I barfed maybe once in the last decade.
I did barf the time
drinking.
we all blacked out from the Crazy Horse. Me and Denny's both barfed.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
Denny's barfed so much.
So
Denny's
much.
barfed on every rug in his house.
He really did. That's what's funny. I'm not exaggerating. Every rug that was Denny's throw up.
He barfed like a cat, only on rugs.
Every room I go, is there barf in this room?
That's good. And Beach Place is still fun. We went to the Hooters there. It seems a little bit run down from what I remember, but still that Hooters is strong. And it's awesome just to see the ocean like that.
I still like Hooters.
Yeah, it still plays. So yeah, it was a good little time on Saturday.
I like going in Hooters and ordering the clam. They got clam strips on the menu. Okay, that's not done on purpose.
I know, right? Now those pervy guys, you got any clam you can offer me?
Hey, I'll take the chicken breast. Hold the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Just the breast.
Give me the breast.
And give me a side of clam.
Yeah. So here we go with another fun, crazy week. Anything coming up this coming weekend? I'm excited because I got a big game, Ohio State, Notre Dame, so I'm pumped about that on Saturday.
I'm going to be in the Bahamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Look at
I
you.
leave on Friday after the show.
Okay.
I'm going over there with another humanitarian effort for the elderly, the forgotten elderly. And this is kind of depressing, but I'm bringing Depends,
Okay.
Ensure,
Mm-hmm.
reading glasses, things like that, because these old people, they're falling apart and they don't have the infrastructure over there that we have to take care of our elderly. The Bahamas in some areas is very poor, and the elderly are no longer able-bodied and able to work, where the young people can work and do jobs. Like, the older people get forgotten a lot of times. So I'm going over there with a bunch of adult diapers.
Okay. We're going to have different weekends then.
Talk
I
with
can
the-
see where you're getting it out of your system.
But I still party over there too. So we know
okay.
we know people that own bars and restaurants. So we go when we do humanitarian, and then we get a little turned.
I also like talking to old people that are wise and nice. Not mean like I'm angry at the world old people. There's that type of old person that's very sweet. It's got some wisdom they like to drop. I love talking to.
99% of the Bahamian people that I have met are the sweetest, most awesome and thankful and humble and God-fearing people that you will ever meet. That's why I continue to do this long after the Great 48 money has all been spent, and pay for some of it on my own dime, because I like going over there and helping people that are so sweet and so appreciative and so lovely. You would love the elderly Bahamian people because they are freaking awesome.
I don't doubt
That's
it.
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Got here an email from Noelle. She said, hey, am I the only one stunned that the Talking Dirty Football's Filthy NFL Announcer TikTok video you guys put up last week has racked up 2.3 million views?
We love it.
It helped us out greatly. It made us jump with subscribers. That was a good moment for us.
Said I was listening to Kevin playing it on Thursday's ATS and cracking up with everybody else, but it wasn't meant to go anywhere until somebody wrote in asking if you guys could post it somewhere. And that was followed by a 30-second at most conversation about where, with Kevin talking out loud about maybe TikTok, maybe Instagram, but it felt like such an afterthought. And now 2.3 million views later, it's nuts.
Yeah, no, it was a very fun thing that happened.
Yeah.
Got to celebrate.
Happy accident.
Celebrate the wins, baby.
Woohoo!
All of our wins are accidents.
Hey, we'll take them.
You know what? If you just keep spraying, something's
Yeah.
going to stick.
I guess
You're
that's
right.
it.
But-
Spray away.
But it does show you that we need to get more accidents.
Yeah, like an accident. I got an email from Angie. She said, so I was scrolling through Facebook and this popped up, made me giggle after last week's Come podcast. Love that my humor arrives with yours. Keep up the great show and even greater ATS, where you can say what you want to say. Yeah, these are real mugs. There is a Walmart in Georgia with a town that's called Cumming. I don't know if you ever heard of Cumming, Georgia, and the mugs say, I love Cumming, I heart Cumming.
Oh my gosh, and they spell it like coming.
Yes.
the
I heart
ejaculate
Cumming.
way.
Yeah.
That's so aggressive.
That
Yeah, I mean,
is.
you know they know what they're doing. But
And look
they're
how
like,
the mug is fired. It's got it looks like cum on it.
yeah.
It does.
It's got a white rim. Yeah.
Whoa.
I heart Cumming.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Genius.
And Jennifer said, after your discussion from last week about the importance of punctuation, This is something similar. Have you ever noticed how this word breaks down? And it's a cartoon with a guy who is painting on a doctor's door, and he says, the doctor to the guy who's painting, the title on his door, OMG, psychotherapist is one word, and he's put it on the door where it says, Psycho the Rapist. That's what it says. Psycho the Rapist.
I'm definitely not going to go see that guy for counseling.
Yeah, go see Psycho the Rapist. That's very unfortunate if you break that down a certain way. Daniel said, you guys are awesome, and Bird was so funny today because he was so slow on the pop songs on the piano and also on Think Fast, but when you asked for the abbreviation of SPH, he was so quick on that. Small penis humiliation. You just boom, right there.
Answered a little too quick.
Yeah. You said SPH, we're just like, what's SPH? Small penis humiliation.
So proud, too. He had it right on the tip of his tongue.
It was right there.
Right on the tip.
Only
Just
the
the
tip.
tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Linnea, she said, I typically catch up to the podcast on the weekends because of the work schedule. I need a good laugh, and I seem to float towards your Halloween shows. My God, those are so funny. Denny's, make a playlist of all the Halloween shows if you're not too busy. For the love of everything ever, please have Lana also make an appearance all drunk. It's so damn funny. Do we have a playlist?
I believe we do.
Yeah, I thought we already did have a playlist. Don't we have a playlist on YouTube of all the KVJ horror movies, Denny's?
I think they're talking about because we have Halloween podcast as well. When we had the Ghost Hunter on, we get hammered. That's the one where me and you are hammered.
Yes,
and
right.
you go pee.
We went on for like 2 hours.
Yes, with France or Fran.
That's right.
We did a few of them on Halloween when we are. Then there's one where Lana shows up. So I think there's 3 or maybe even 4 drunk Halloween podcasts.
Okay. That's what she's talking about.
We got to do it again this year.
Yeah,
Here,
Halloween's right around the corner.
just here in the studio.
I love it. We usually come in costume.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Agreed.
Did you see over the weekend, people were going to that movie, The Nun, dressed as faceless nuns?
Nuns are creepy, man.
When you're in the theater about to see The Nun, and then you see like 5 faceless nuns walk in the theater just holding a candle, and they sit down next to you, that's fucking creepy as shit.
It is creepy. I remember one time I was in the movie theater and a clown walked in.
Fuck that.
Sat down in the chair, watched about 5 minutes of the movie, got up, looked at everybody, and then bounced out.
What the
And
hell?
that was before the internet, all that, or before, the clown thing on the internet was going viral.
You got to think, okay, he's about to shoot this place up.
You felt uneasy.
I'd be freaking out.
Let me see. We got Lissa who said, wondering when we are getting new episodes of the Weird and Whatever podcast. Apologies if I missed a previous update.
End of October.
Okay.
He's busy because he's filming the KVJ horror movie.
Yeah, we mentioned it a few times, but I get it. Probably missed the announcement. But yeah, because of Denny's baby and the horror movie, it just wasn't. We weren't able to do it right now. It's coming back.
There's only so much time in the day.
Yeah, we want to make sure he was able to get his footing with the baby and make sure and that's not supposed to go every single week for every month. We try to break that up, almost kind of like little seasons.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be coming back in October. Then it'll go through the rest of the year.
Okay. We got a lot of things to catch up on.
Yeah. No shit, you're right. Mm-hmm. Vlad. We have a lot of stuff to talk about with Weird and Whatever for
Those
sure.
aliens.
Yeah.
They debuted in Mexico.
Man, what a shit story that turned out to be, huh?
I see TikToks now. People made that little alien into cake.
I know.
Is it an alien or is it cake?
They did a good job with that because it does look like the alien was made out of cake.
Yeah. Tanya said, long-time listener, 5th time writing in. I wanted to voice my opinion on the new timer rule for Do It Bitch. I understand you want to keep the show on a schedule, but when the show gets derailed, I think that's when the show is at its best. We listen to the show for your candid personalities. Keep the tomfoolery and cut the fourth dirt if you have to. Do It Bitch is my new all-time favorite, so I would hate for it to be shortened for any reason. Yeah, it's not really getting cut. It's just, kind of getting the answers going a little faster.
Whatever.
That's from the buzz heard around the world.
Yeah.
Kevin Buzzford shit.
And we placed that to a vote, and it was a solid majority. It's like, yeah, I like the 10-second timer. So
I don't.
yeah.
I think it's bullshit. I'm filing a formal complaint, so just so you know.
Well, I'm opening up a brand new trash can.
That's all new complaints go.
I'm protesting in the hall.
Do it, bitches, tomorrow. You better bring your A game. I'm talking to you, Bird.
Yeah. That's right.
Who won last week? I won.
Can't remember. Whose team was I on your team?
No.
Yes.
You and me were on a team?
No, this is great radio.
Can I put a timer on this?
Ugh. We drank a lot this weekend.
Oh, dog.
Linnea said, hey, I'm wondering about this little kid or drunk adult stories you couldn't air on the regular show. I bet they're funny. I said went in about kissing an Ewok, and in hindsight, I understand why it wasn't played. A good ATS would be funny and appropriate ones, just a thought. Yeah, I think it's not so much that they're inappropriate. It's just I think sometimes people get really hammered, and then they leave them, and then the stories make no sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of the ones that we get that, don't get used.
You should be
sometimes.
sober when you leave us the little kid or drunk adult story.
Because
Yeah.
sometimes, too, even when they're describing, it's clearly a drunk adult with the details they say because they're probably drunk and not
Yes.
thinking.
Right. Yeah, so we do appreciate that. It's fun. We do enjoy listening to them. But yeah, sometimes putting them on the air, people are like, wait, what? We have an email here that said, yeah, I'm listening in for the high-low contest. In the past, you guys usually list the guesses on the website. I see the sheet online, but it's empty. It doesn't allow you to enter anything. Have you guys stopped listing the amounts guessed? Yeah, this time around, they didn't list the amounts. I think that sheet that they posted was for you to print out, and then you can write down the times that you've heard so you can get an idea what the jackpot is. So.
And we're not the ones that set up the rules for any of that. So if
Yeah.
you're mad, don't be mad at us. We have nothing to do with the back end planning of that.
Yeah.
I think, too, they're trying to make it to where you have to tune into the station or tune into the website or whatever to drive those numbers, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah. So that's all part of the strategy on it is, they do them, they give you money to get you to listen to the station longer. That is the strategy. So I guess they thought that was the best strategy.
We call it tit for tit in the business.
Do we?
No. No.
I mean, I like tits and all, but
Right. Just may not be accurate. We have got an email here about independent women. So about a year after divorce, I decided to do the dating sites and discovered that a lot of women were annoyed with women that were just trying to use them for free meals and whatever else. So I put on my profile that I was independent, meaning I'm not looking for a sugar daddy, but also wanted a gentleman. Well, that backfired because I ended up picking up the next 3 tabs due to my independence and the losers that I dated. And that was the end of my online dating career.
Online
you
date-
need to go on eHarmony. Because I like how eHarmony does it. They ask you a bunch of questions and they match you up based on your answers. Like, so if you say that you want a man who has a job and a car and a home, then they will only match you with men that have a job, a car, and a home. You can be very specific on age, like political views, like social views. Like eHarmony feels like to me the only one that's doing actual work to match you properly.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Again, I say the old-fashioned way. Meet him at a bar.
Meet him at a bar, bang him in the bathroom.
I'm just kidding. Although I know a few people that have met. They met at a bar and happily married for over 30 years.
You never know when
Never
you're going
know.
to meet that special someone. But I think you increase your odds when you go on something like eHarmony because at least you know beforehand that he has a job, a car, a house, something going on.
Samantha had a question about dating. She wanted to know if this is normal. She said that she met this guy, and I'm too embarrassed to ask my friends if this is normal or not. So met on Facebook dating. Messages and texting was pretty good. We met for the first date on Sunday. It was okay. Not fireworks, but not ick. And I would have been okay with going on another day if there's a connection. So he asked me what my plans are for the weekend. He says that he thought he might rent a place and I could come over to spend some time with him.
Oh, we know what that means.
He lives with his sister. I'm not really sure why.
Oh, boy.
So what the hell does this mean? I said, rent a place. I said, you don't want to just get dinner or drinks? To me, that's a date. He says, yeah, we can have food and drinks and then us time.
Us time.
Too soon.
Yeah.
I feel like this is trying to make it a sexual thing,
It
expecting me
is.
to put out on date 2.
He's so out of line.
Us time is definitely hinting with a little bit of this. Little bit of,
Boning.
yeah, boning.
He's already said things like, are you one of those people who waits a long time to have sex? When can I come over? And he asked for pics for that specific reason of helping him relax.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
We've heard enough of this fucking
Wow.
creepo.
Sweetie,
Scumbag.
just block him.
We
Yes.
are not going to the cabin or
No.
the vacation home.
No.
This guy sucks.
Block him
Yeah.
and move along. Ugh. He is a ick.
Icky, yeah.
He's got ick on him.
Yeah, she said not fireworks, but not ick. No, he is
No,
ick.
he is an ick.
He is ick. Yeah, you need to redefine your terms.
He's an ick face.
He's all ick.
He's icking us, and we haven't even met the clown.
No. She said, I'm older than him and new to dating in the last year after being married 20 years.
Girl, you better up your standards.
Yeah, I've told him I don't like feeling pressured. Is this being, yeah, it's slimy.
But block him and move along. He's not the one for you because he's not even aware that what he's saying is inappropriate. If you have just no class and no awareness, no self-awareness not to say that shit on a second date,
And he's clearly, his agenda is to get it in.
that's all he cares
that is
about.
all he is caring about. He's probably happy because he lives with his sister. He's thinking, oh, my friend's got this little rental. Our second date, we'll bring it. We'll bone. No, we're not.
No,
We're not boning.
We're not boning.
We're not boning.
This is the kind of guy that we don't even take on a second date, much less bone.
I wonder if they had a first kiss. If you had to bet, do you think they had a good night kiss with a tongue? Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy
He
went
definitely
for it.
went
Yeah.
for it.
Definitely.
He definitely went for it, and he liked what he got, and he wanted more, but he has no self-awareness. This guy is not dateable.
No.
He doesn't even have his own house. He lives with his sister. Mark 1, right there, I wouldn't have gone on the first date with him. Unless you have your own place, you're not dateable to me.
Yeah. Agree on that.
You live with your sister, that means you're mooching.
Somebody wanted to know if they should pay for their uncle's funeral. It says, my uncle spent the majority of his life away from the family. He was in and out of the system since he was 12 and never had a family of his own. He passed away with no insurance, and the family has been fighting over who should pay for the funeral and how to divide the costs. I can afford to pay, which would help stop the fighting. My husband thinks I should let them work it out. I would pay anonymously. What would you do?
Oh boy, this is layered. Okay,
layered.
I would probably really have to examine how close I was to this uncle. Like, I feel like your internal obligation really is dependent on how close you were to the individual. If I wasn't close to him at all and we had no relationship, I wouldn't feel responsible for his funeral.
Well, and what are the costs these days? How much is it to burn a bitch?
It is so expensive.
But I'll tell you
Really?
this much: way cheaper to cremate than it is to bury somebody.
That's
it's
true.
not even close.
Yeah.
He's right.
Burying somebody, I would never have you motherfuckers bury me just because I wouldn't want y'all to spend.
Right.
I mean, see, when I die, I would like to go in a tree, but just tell me I'm going in a tree. Throw me in the water or something.
I want to be buried. I want a whole plot. I want everything.
I know. We know.
Imagine that.
Even a fucking diva in death.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then a Virginia ghost would be just. It would be
It'd be
tough.
tough,
It
yeah.
would be tough.
You think your hair is catching on fire while I'm here and mortal. When I'm in the afterlife and I can really catch your hair on fire, you're fucked.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you guys tell me, hey, Bird, we all want to be buried together, like a show, like a team. I'm looking to that.
I would do that. I want one of those above ground crypts.
I mean, would your family be down if we all did a kind of like a show cemetery kind of a thing.
I mean,
Where are we
yeah.
putting this?
We would just find a plot.
Buy a plot, buy a crypt.
And then we all get buried with each other.
All of us go in it.
When we die, we die. We go in that spot. We'll have spots reserved.
So
KVJ.
forget the family?
No, they can go in the crypt too. Everybody
okay,
can
all
go
of
in the
us, okay.
crypt. All of us and all of our family. Here's the deal. So I learned a lot about these crypts and how they work. When you buy the plot and you buy the crypt and it's yours and you, whatever, have it built or get one passed down to you, they open it up and they just throw the new body in there on the other ones and then they seal it off. So as you die, you just get thrown in with the others. And like then everybody just ends up turning to dust.
Damn.
Really?
It's almost like there should be a song about that. All we are is dust in the wind.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. And in Tequesta, my friend just bought a plot in a really nice little cemetery right there in Tequesta. He did the whole advanced planning thing where you plan your whole funeral and make sure that everything's paid for and taken care of so your loved ones don't have to bicker about it after you're gone.
I mean, I would like to be stuck in that tree or planted with the tree, but I think that's expensive. Very expensive. And I'd rather give money to my family that they can have to have their life instead of taking, they'd say, well, just buy it yourself, Sam. But I would rather, if I'm going to give money away when I die, I'd rather give it to my family members than to pay for my own. I don't know.
If we buy a crypt and all of us go in on it, divide it by however many people would go in it. So all 5 of us plus our families, I think the cost would be really...
Almost like a Groupon kind of a thing.
Yes. We just want to throw each...
Discount death?
All these motherfuckers get thrown in.
Doesn't it kind of make it not as scary, though?
Yes.
If we all said we're all going to be put in a fucking tomb together.
All of us.
And
all of our names are on it, and then as you die, you get thrown in there.
I mean, this is really kind of setting up for a great lightning strike, and then we all become zombies of sorts.
And then we all just kind of like hang out in the...
Yeah.
get
My
out bit.
dad already has a plot, and his name is already on it, and he's not even dead yet. It just says the year he was born and then
Right.
a blank space, and it's going to be right next to his wife that just recently passed away. But his is. We can do the same thing with a crypt. We can just have all of our names on it, all of our born dates. And then as we croak, they add the year that you died.
People really do that, but I mean, we know this shit ain't gonna happen. It's a lovely thought, though.
No, you can totally set it up.
No, we can't. But just with the logistics of our families and everyone going, what the fuck are these Virginia and Jaybird talking about? Those fucking maniacs.
Well, if you
Right.
pay for it ahead of time, then your wishes just play out because it's right there in black and white.
I do see some people. It being cool for some people, though. Death is a weird thing, though. Some people don't like any kind of jokes or tomfoolery about any kind of death.
I don't even know where I'm going to be. I mean, who knows? You never know where life might take you. I'm hoping I get to kick around this rock for a little bit longer.
Are you nervous that that when you die, like you die with you need to shave or something, or your hair's all fucked up, and that's how you like right now? If I died, I have all long fucked up hair. We'd have to cut it, or
Baby, I'll put it in braids.
we'd have to do something to it.
Yeah.
I'll put it in braids before the wake.
That's why when I'm dead, nobody's seeing me. That's why I just...
You want that closed?
Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to do a Cassie. I'm probably just going to burn this bitch and let's call it
Really?
good.
You're gonna
Yeah,
go-
just be like, he ain't around anymore. You can't see
Well,
him.
we'll have to do a wake, but we'll do a closed casket wake, and then that's not where you're buried. If you want to be burned, they take you out of that casket, and then they burn you.
I am a big fan, though, because it's such a depressing topic. Trying to make death or confronting that with a type of celebration mind
Yeah.
frame. You know what I mean?
That's all I would
When my
do.
mom passed away, we tried to have a celebration and not really a funeral, if that makes sense.
In New Orleans, we do a whole parade and a second line.
I like that.
And you have like the hearse going down the street, and then all kinds of people with a band dancing behind it, drinking, partying.
And I get you, everyone's going to be sad. I get that. But if you do kind of just try to make it the best as a celebration. I know some deaths are different than others.
Oh, I want everybody to cry, but I also want everybody to be drinking and dancing.
Oh, you motherfuckers are rapping at mine. I sent Kevin the itinerary to my funeral probably 9 or 10 years ago. It's somewhere in our notes.
Kevin deleted it.
But you know what? I have not. And you guys I'm putting you guys to work at my funeral. There's a lot.
I'd be curious if any of the lyrics have changed.
It's freestyle, you guys. I have it specifically said you guys have 30 seconds apiece on the mic with the freestyle with these topics.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to work.
All right, I'll start working on my rap now.
You got to.
How about this? Love this email from Kyle. Said, Kev, love you, buddy. Hair looks great. Oh, of course I'll read your email. Says, can you do a shout out for the KyleCon we had over the last weekend in Orlando? He got this to me on Friday. I just got it an hour last week. It's a gathering of Kyles from around the nation.
KyleCon. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I guess a bunch of Kyles just get together in Orlando. It was KyleCon over the weekend.
That's funny.
Good for you. That's just fun and just loose and
Goofy and fun.
Goofy. That's what life's about, Kyle.
We support the KyleCon. I love that.
How about that?
Like
So there
Kevin
you go.
Fest, that'd be amazing.
KyleCon.
I want to have Virginia Con, but they're all dead.
That works out.
I don't know many Virginias.
Not a lot.
Old ass name.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Fuck ton of Jasons.
Oh my gosh, there's so many Jasons.
Too many Jasons.
And it doesn't work out like a KyleCon. What do you call it? Jason Jamboree?
Ooh, I love that.
Okay. Maybe we need to do that.
Yeah.
That's where we need to go with this. All right. Well, thank you for all the crazy emails. You can always send them to us at mail@kvjshow.com. Y'all enjoy your Monday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.